Sri Lanka is a beautiful island in the form of a teardrop located to the south of India, and throughout the years has become a great surprise to many travelers, formerly known as Ceylon. Sri Lanka was described by Marco Polo as one of the finest islands in the world. Its history dates back thousands of years, and despite being relatively small, it has oodles of nature and beauty to admire. While visiting the island, you'll see colonial architecture from the days when the Portuguese, Dutch, and English ruled. You'll also see lots of elephants, some of which participate in local festivals, and, if you're lucky, perhaps a leopard or two at a wildlife sanctuary. Itching to explore? For the country's most beautiful sights, this is where to go in Sri Lanka. Number 10. Galle. Perched on Sri Lanka's southwest coast, Galle wears its history on its sleeve. Windswept beaches and nodding palms surround its colonial-era showpiece, a 16th-century Portuguese-built fort. Galle is considered a prime example of a fortified city. The fortress is not just another pretty place, however. The fort's coral and limestone walls have proven remarkably resilient during the 2004 tsunami. They protected the inner city from devastation, while the rest of the city is trimmed with Dutch-style houses, quirky shops, whitewashed mansions, and heritage museums. Other highlights include the natural harbor, St. Mary's Cathedral, and Galle International Stadium, one of the most picturesque cricket grounds in the world. Number 9. Anuradhapura. Step back in time at the sacred city of Anuradhapura, which is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. Anuradhapura served as the capital of Sri Lanka for over a millennium, bearing witness to the rise and fall of several ancient kingdoms. As you might expect, the ancient metropolis, surrounded by jungle and rice fields, is home to numerous historical sites. The most popular include the Nuwara Eliya and Abhayagiri Stupa. Meanwhile, the sacred Bodhi tree in the Mahamevnawa Gardens is another place of pilgrimage, attracting thousands of visitors annually. Number 8. Nuwara Eliya is a plateau town surrounded by mountains. It is also known as Little England for its British colonial buildings, such as the Queen's Cottage and the General's House. The area holds natural beauties too, including waterfalls, hills, tea plantations, and Galle, the tallest mountain in Sri Lanka. Nuwara Eliya is one of many tea plantation regions in Sri Lanka. The cool climate of Nuwara Eliya makes it an ideal location for cultivating tea, and the surrounding hills are dotted with expansive tea estates. Visitors can explore the tea-making process through guided tours of tea factories, where they can witness the journey from plucking the leaves to savoring a freshly brewed cup. Number 7. Yala. Located in a beautiful setting with forest-covered hills, sweeping valleys, and picturesque tea plantations, Yala is a lovely place to spend time. The journey by rail to Yala from Kandy is an iconic one and will take you chugging along in a colorful carriage up through the lush, verdant hills. Don't forget the 9-arch bridge stands as an engineering marvel, its 9 massive arches, supporting trains as they pass through lush tea gardens. Built in 1921 during British colonial times, the bridge was constructed entirely of stone brick and cement without using any steel. Make sure to hike to some of the nearby waterfalls and temples, as well as to the top of Yala Rock for incredible views. Number 6. Colombo. Commonly described as the capital, over the years Colombo has been a key strategic location for both empires and trading alike. That, in part, is thanks to its natural harbor to the northwest of the city, made it popular with ancient trades from Italy to China. A shopper's paradise, exquisite boutiques feature international brands, and charming shops offer colorful local art and textured fabrics. The city seamlessly mixes modern malls and skyscrapers with beautiful colonial buildings. A range of architectural styles can be found in the city, with the Murugan Hindu temple being one of the best. Number 5. Kandy. This large city is known as the Sacred City of Kandy for its significance to Buddhists. Kandy is the gateway to the Central Highlands and its tropical plantations that grow both tea and rubber. If you're driving from Colombo, you'll pass by rubber plantations on a road that is considered one of the country's most scenic. The city is famed for the Temple of the Tooth Relic, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most sacred Buddhist places in the world. A major, colorful festival involves taking the tooth relic around the city. Movie buffs may be interested to know Kandy was a chief location in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Number 4. Yala National Park. Sprawled over 979 square kilometers, Yala National Park in southeast Sri Lanka is the nation's largest and most visited wildlife conservation zone. It has the highest density of leopards in the world, so chances of seeing them are very high. Although leopards are the main attraction here, they are followed closely by elephants, sloth bears, and crocodiles. The park is divided into 5 blocks, some of which were zoned to hunters until Yala became a national park in 1938. Ensure you make time to visit the very informative visitor center at the entrance of the park for insightful displays about the area. Number 3. Dambulla Cave Temple. The Rangiri Dambulla Cave Temple is a living Buddhist site that is focused on a series of 5 cave shrines. Inhabited by forest-dwelling Buddhist monks since the 3rd century BCE, these natural caves have been transformed continuously throughout the historical period into one of the largest and most outstanding Buddhist complexes in the southern and southeastern Asian region, showcasing innovative approaches to interior layout and decoration. Inside are 153 Buddha statues in various reposes, 3 statues of ancient kings, and 4 other statues including those of Vishnu and Ganesh. Dambulla Cave Temple, also known as the Golden Temple of Dambulla, is a World Heritage Site in Sri Lanka, situated in the central part of the country. This site is situated 148 kilometers east of Colombo. Number 2. Polonnaruwa. an ancient capital that thrived between the 11th and 13th centuries. Polonnaruwa represents the pinnacle of Sri Lankan, located in the north-central province of Sri Lanka. The ancient city of Polonnaruwa is renowned for its well-preserved ruins, royal palaces, temples, monasteries, and other religious and secular structures. It is Sri Lanka's second oldest kingdom, thus boasting a rich heritage that continues to be visited by thousands of tourists. Start your tour at the Archaeological Museum, then proceed to the massive royal palace with its well-preserved audience hall. The stunningly decorated sacred quadrangle is another must-see here. Number 1. Sigiriya. Sigiriya, often referred to as the Lion Rock, is an ancient rock fortress and UNESCO World Heritage Site located in the central Matale district of Sri Lanka. It is located between Dambulla and Habarani and is one of the most visited tourist destinations in Sri Lanka. Rising dramatically from the surrounding plains, Sigiriya is a colossal rock formation standing around 200 meters tall. Sigiriya dates back to the 5th century AD, when King Kashyapa chose this site as his capital and built a magnificent palace atop the rock. There is a huge gateway shaped like a lion, and the place derives its name from this gateway. You'll also see ponds, gardens, and surrounding jungle. Locals consider the site the 8th wonder of the world.